So, hello and welcome to Gain.cam. Today we're looking at websites. So, this is obviously information only. Don't take this as investment advice. Seek your own specialist investment advice. So, while I'm here, I'll ask you to like and share because I'm trying to get as many subscribers as possible. Because, like a lot of people, I am between roles looking for my next opportunity and wanted to see if I could make money on YouTube and other channels. So, thank you very much for that. So, we'll dive straight in. We need a place where we can get information, summaries, etc. So, what I do is I always go to a site called Seeking Alpha. You can subscribe to it to get even more amazing information, but there's a lot of free information around. So if you want to know what particular commodities, futures, treasuries have done over a period of time, you can see here. So we've got the Dow futures, what they've done over, big steep drop here. Latest news, maybe relating to your share. The thing is that if you dive in and Seeking Alpha see it as being sort of pretty confidential, they've written the report, etc., they may want you to actually pay. But you can glean a lot off it. You can say, well, I know this was it Ionic Cracker Barrel? So that you can look at these tickers offline, do your own research. So you can see here there's energy, the usual Nvidia, the Fed. So you can see how it's working out. Then what we have is we have particular items. Effectively, they write across a number of different areas. Here you've got the ticker symbol, so you can go off and do your own research depending on what it says here. You may not get free information behind the click. So here we've got European nations pause shipping packages to US over tariffs. Then now that's a pretty old report. But it is free. If you look at this as much as I do, you'd know that report's about a month old. It gives you a cross section, which is good. Now you might have a bit of money that you have on the side, and you could use this to actually evaluate if there's anything you like to invest in. So here gives you the relevant changes. Maybe you've got some bottom fishing, or maybe you want to follow something that actually is ripping the stock's head off. Now you've got sort of the usual stocks which a lot of people invest in. So you've got your semiconductors here, and you can have a quick peek what's going on. You've got, unfortunately, this is a stock that I invested in some time ago at $1 and ran away too early. It's about generating energy with smaller systems. So you've got your plugs, your uranium. I think this is Levi Jeans. So you can have a quick scan and say, right, what are they up to? This is something I like to always look at. It's the volatility. Is the volatility coming down, going up? And normally the VIX, I see it as, personally, if it's below 20, and going down, it's reasonably constrained, orderly trading. And then if it creeps up above 20, it's got time to really move. So you can read these quick sentences, or you could go in a bit deeper. You've got relevant articles, but this is something that's good. You can see, right, where are people trading when they want to trade with ETFs. So here you've got top performing, and this is really for income. So you've got, you've got specialist shares at the top, which both invest and do effectively options. This is interesting. You can see, right, is it worth putting your money, start putting your money in Colombia or Brazil, because there's a lot of Brazils here. There's a lot of Latin America and South Africa here. You've got this, blockchain, and you've got a fairly reasonable return. And then here you've got your populars. So you've got your, nice and easy return, and then you've got your ones which will give you sort of a return plus Nasdaq. This is quite nice to have a look at, and sort of where the breadth of the market is. So if there's any new product on the market that you've missed, so you've got here is a whole load of Bitcoin and Bitcoin related ETFs. I mean, this one's the one where it's using options, and it's somewhere I always like to look, and you can say, well, oh, is ESG really a thing with Nasdaq? Artificial intelligence is strong, but you want to say, well, where's the next avenue for growth? This is the thing. You could be on the crest of a wave coming into shore. You're riding it, and you're riding it high, and you're riding it higher, and then it crashes onto shore. You want to make sure that it doesn't crash onto shore before you take off that profits. Wouldn't you rather be sitting ready for the next wave? You can gain it, have much more momentum. It can be a little bit trickier, but if you see the companies that are starting to get into that sort of fold, they agree with your long-term projection of technology and where we are in the commodity cycle and the rotation cycle. And then it's also things that they were talking about from the prior week. You've got your top yielding stocks, which are on the Standard & Poor mid cap or small cap. So rather than getting a company which just deals with having a basket and giving you that sort of yield, you may want to say, well, UPS is a pretty good company. It's been going around for 100 to maybe even 200 years, and it's giving you 8%. Pfizer is a well-known brand. The Ultrica Group, you've got the Ford Company, you've got Verizon, you've got Kraft Heinz. A lot of these companies here are well known. And then you've got the other set here, which are also reasonably well known. And then the less known, which of course are going to give you a better return, but for more risk. Then you've got the runners and riders, which stocks have made the most gain in the Standard & Poor, you've got the mid and the small. So, I mean, it could be something, you come in here and say, right, let's look at a company that is a bottom fisher where I don't think, it's dropped a big amount. You want to take advantage of maybe the long-term correction in that price, or potentially see a bounce. But you normally only do that when it's actually cratered. But also, it's what I'm saying. If you've got a good company, then if you put money in it, more than likely you're probably not going to get an astonishing return, but it's going to creep up over time. Like a lot of these things, you've got was it CrowdStrike's doing so well, but the whole idea of Lululemon Athletica was effectively, you could have called this as a bottom fisher. Applied Materials, I believe. Synopsis had a big burp, and probably most of this year Intel wasn't that great. As well as you really want to look at when companies are going to start earning. So there's a nice wrap up of seekingalpha.com. Quite easy to find. There's a lot of free content, but you only pay, what is it? You can try it for $4.99. But make sure that you take on board that this is for information only and not trading advice, and that also you like and share and subscribe. Because what I'm trying to do is, while I'm looking for my new opportunity, I want to see if I can make money talking about investment and talking about my years of trading, the background tools, the tips and the tricks that you can do to actually put the slant in your favor. So thank you very much, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye bye.